everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're having an amazing week. It is Wednesday, and today we're talking about Colleen Ballinger. She released a video about what she thinks, I think it's called, Let's Talk About This TikTok Ban. Because a lot of creators talking about it, it actually is making a big impact in the community. A lot of people are saying it's not going to be banned. I'm saying it's going to be banned, but we don't know. So I guess we're going to talk about it a little bit today and see what she has to say. Colleen initially comes across as a smart person, but it's so easy to tear apart her shit. So it's kind of fun to snark on her. So let's do that. So if you're new to the whole Colleen Ballinger side of this snark fest, she is a creator called Miranda Sings who had a show and she tours and she does all the stuff. She was called out for sending her underwear to a minor at one point. She's done some pretty gross stuff with her acts in the past. She's really, really weird. Just weird. She did a video with Trisha Paytas eating McDonald's and talked about some stuff. She just, I don't know, she's so out of touch with the rest of the world. It's kind of funny, but she's a multi-millionaire from what she has done and created and has ported over to becoming a YouTube vlogger, mommy vlogger, family vlogger, and exploiting our children online. But interesting to see what someone really cares who, the thing about Colleen and these other people that really complain about this stuff is most of them are so independently wealthy that they could retire right now and live in the lap of luxury until their dying days. And yet it's never enough for these people. I remember her crying about her house being found. That's just kind of how this works on the internet. So let's see what she has to say about this and disseminate it, shall we? Okay.
Rachel is the spokesman for, what's that from? Oh, it's a produce place. Anyway, Rachel's getting lunch with me. That's her. Hi, I'm Rachel. And
shut up, Rachel.
I was just telling her about all my favorite documentaries, and she was pretending to care.
I do care. I've been watching them more and more. It's that or scary movies. So
I don't do that.
Well, those are Abby's two things. So.
Abby's wrong. Scary movies I
Okay, but then also Love Island. Have you watched it?
Looks dumb.
Is it a scary movie?
No, it's a love reality show.
Love Island?
Love Island.
Oh, I know Love Island. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Okay, my mind was in scary movies. Hi.
Your mind is a scary movie. Burn.
Okay, I went to lunch with Rachel. We talked about documentaries and religion and
vaginas.
Well, actually, not vaginas.
Of course you did.
We talked about vulvas. It's a whole thing. We're not getting into that here right now.
Why would you say it then? We're talking about vulvas, but we're not going to talk about vulvas. Why say it?
Basically, mind-blowing information. And this is not too mature or whatever for the internet.
By the way, Colleen, a lot of kids follow her. But yeah, if you didn't know that, she's Miranda Sings the kids like a kids show sort of thing. And so those kids are obviously going to be following her, considering this is family content. So, okay.
It's literally female body parts. Did you know the vagina is probably not what you think it is? The vagina is like just the inside part. The outside part is not a vagina. It's a vulva. Did you know this?
You didn't know this? Look, I know I'm not, a man of all things who knows everything about women inside and out, but I knew that.
I only learned this recently.
You know what's so funny? A while ago, I was snarking on Jenny Popovich's mom because she's just the craziest crazy lady you've ever seen on YouTube. Just nuts. And she was wearing skin-colored tights, and if people standing there, and it looks like she's naked, like you could see her labia. And someone reached out, Josh, and there was just this. It was like a sweet little lady, and she's like, "Josh, I don't mean to, just so you're aware, I think you can see her labia." I laughed so hard. It was the funniest thing. And because the way it was worded, it was a sweet email. It was somebody who was just like, I don't know if you can do this. And it's probably the first time an elderly lady has ever said the word labia to me.
So I was talking about that with Rachel. She was like, what? She had no idea. Anyway, we talked about that. We talked about documentaries, and we talked about, you guys didn't ask what we talked about. Oh, I'm telling you what we talked about.
Yeah. Dumbass, and your bangs are funny.
I need to get on a call with my brother, so I'm gonna go Zoom with my brother.
Her brother's a family vlogger. I have had like 1 million requests to cover his vlog. And sure. Someone just send me a video you want me to snark on, and I will blind react to it. Let's go.
And I'll see you guys after. Okay, guys.
Why would you say that? We don't care if you'll see us after. The cut is just don't say stupid shit.
And so I'm glad they're all looking good. I'll have healthy, great teeth. All is well there.
Your nostrils are also weird. Am I just noticing that now? Right? They're like this. They're shaped like this. How do you do that? There. That's weird. That's weird.
And then I wrote with my brother, I had lunch with my sister, and now I'm just doing human being things. The lip stuff I'm wearing, I don't like.
Not doing mom things, because who's watching 3 kids?
Yeah, so I'm taking it off. It's this, and everyone loves these. It's the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick. It like builds up and like makes like flaky yuckiness on my lips. You guys know I'm always on the hunt for good lip stain. I
Do we?
do genuinely really love Ariana's like Ariane Beauty. These things, I think these are great.
Ariana Grande. Is she holding a weapon? Lipstick weapon?
I really like these. So I might just use that. I did buy these like little wine bottles.
Oh my God.
TikTok use these lip stains and say that they were really
You're a lip stain.
good and waterproof and whatever. These do not work on my lips. Maybe they just are allergic to my lips and they're like, ew, we don't want to
Oh, it's allergic to your lips?
stay on theirs. Look how cute it is. Like I wanted it to work so bad. It comes with 4 and they're cheap. It was like $9 or something for 4 of these. It did not work on me at all. Like immediately come off like blotchy, didn't work. Not gonna lie, I love the NYX NYX, whatever, the soft matte.
I'm going to not do this anymore.
Right, it'll be gone by the next clip you guys see me.
That was ugly. We take a break from her kids. She does what they all do the same shit. They're like, here's the thing I want to talk about, but here's 48 minutes of other bullshit, and then I'll talk about it for 30 seconds. Oh, I hate when people do that. Look, it's all kids right now. All kids. Good gracious. Yeah. Nice cargo shorts, weirdo, and Crocs. Is that the dad?
Wow!
I mean, if you're a dad, that's what you're allowed to wear that. Those are the rules. I don't make the rules, but it's, he's got the card. He's allowed to wear that shit.
I want to talk about this TikTok man for a second. Nothing crazy, don't worry. It's not going to be like a political hubbub. I don't think anyone
What's with the pictures on your wall? Very nice. I think it's fan art from people.
gives a poop about my political views for the most part, and I don't really try to talk about that kind of stuff very often, and that's not what this is. This is not me like going to town like talking politics right now.
This woman has like a $10 million house, and there's like an air conditioning. It doesn't have air conditioning. It's like they have them built into the ceilings. Is that just normal? I don't know. I've seen those in like restaurants in Mexico and stuff like that. It's like they're put in afterwards, and maybe they work. I just feel like I'm judging her for that.
But I'm just like confused and blown away because today the CEO of TikTok went and testified in front of Congress, in front of like our lawmakers, and asked him a billion questions about if TikTok was releasing personal information, spying on us essentially.
It is.
And giving away information.
It is.
To other countries and whatnot.
No, just to China. It's just China. It is.
I understand that is a big concern. Like,
no, it's a big concern. It's one of the two concerns that I have, but yeah, it's pretty big.
If it's posing a threat to us as United States of America,
it is,
and stealing our information.
Yeah, it is.
Spying on us, selling it, or giving away to other governments and other places. Like, of course, we do not want that.
No, it's not selling shit to other governments. You don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're saying. But yeah, keep trying though.
It would be terrible. But also in my mind, I'm kind of like, haven't they already been doing that for a long time? Like, and I'm stupid. So yes, I'm sure.
Agreed.
You're all going to tell me how dumb I am. But like, way before I had TikTok, I would talk about things to my family and friends, like a food I was craving or an article of clothing I was hoping to buy, stuff like that. And then it would suddenly pop up in my ads.
No, that's happening. But the difference is, it's not China owned. I don't think you understand this. China, and maybe she's saying that because she just needs something to talk about. But I think everybody knows China is an enemy to the West, right? That's what this really just boils down to. Chinese interference into our culture as a whole. And I said this in my last video about TikTok, is that it's odd that the children and teenagers and adults in China cannot watch the same videos that you are watching here in Canada and the US. Okay, they don't get that. The algorithm is made to feed this bullshit, and there's a ton of bullshit on TikTok right into your eyeball sockets, okay, and your ear holes. It's meant to do it. It's feeding the most divisive shit and the most dangerous and gross, disgusting shit into your eyes. And it has been terrible for everybody as a whole. Social media in general, I will agree with her, has been terrible for everybody as a whole. There's been lots of conversations about teenagers and stuff unaliving themselves in this big pandemic of it, or epidemic, or whatever you want to call it. And it's true. And all you really have to do is look back to the numbers when they jump. It has everything to do with social media as a whole. But China, the amount, and the thing about these apps is, yes, the American ones collect your data and they sell it to advertisers so you can be targeted with advertisements, right? So if you say the word, labia, your Facebook feed's going to be full of things for your labia, right? I'm sure it won't, but you know what I'm saying? If you say something, I tried this on my video, I said motorcycle, I said it for like a whole day and I got motorcycle ads. And this is how it does work, but you sign on the dotted line for that to be it. You get free social media, but that's how you pay for it, with your data, right? And in the end, it's not really, I don't think, trying to subvert you as a human being, considering they are also American, but the Chinese government can do a lot of shit with your data that's not just selling you ads. They can do a lot of things with that, a lot of dangerous things. And so that's why Canadians, that's why most Western social constructs, that's why most Western countries or westernized countries are having a problem with it. They're seeing the issue with it because data is really, really valuable and it goes deeper than you think. TikTok specifically can go into your phone, I'm pretty sure I'm right about this, and it can see what other apps you're looking at. It can see what you're tapping on, even when you're not using it, even when you delete it. I'm pretty sure there's something left over in your phone. It's so subversive. It's not just what you're saying on TikTok. It's what you're doing with your life online, because everything we do is online now. You buy something on Amazon, China knows, right? You look at a certain website, China knows. This data is weaponized, and that's why it's so dangerous. So the difference is between like Facebook and Instagram and all those places, yeah, it's weaponized, but it's weaponized for profit for yours and our country, which is also, if you don't like it, then just delete it. But that's the difference. And a lot of people don't really realize that. It's really, really dangerous app.
On Instagram, like an ad for it would pop up on Facebook. So I know my phone is spying on me because it always has been spying on me. And I don't like this. I don't want this. It's not something I enjoy or think should happen. I'm just saying that I've always noticed that about my phone. And so I don't know why TikTok doing it is any different. I guess the difference is that they're saying that they're spying on us from another country. Whereas when these ads have popped up for me in the past, it's been because that's in America. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to freak out about it.
So why don't you just Google it for 3 seconds? Again, China is your enemy. That's all you need to know.
Anyway, I was kind of looking forward to this hearing today because I wanted to learn more about it as an American citizen and someone who loves the TikTok app, and I don't want it banned, but I also want to obviously keep the American citizens safe. And so I was excited.
You want to keep the American citizens safe, but not your children? That makes sense. It does not make sense.
To listen to what the CEO had to say when he testified, and I wanted to hear the questions that our government had to ask him. Our lawmakers were there to decide if they're going to ban this app. And so you would think that they would be asking these, hard-hitting questions to this man and really try to get to the bottom of this and find out if they're stealing information from us and harming us in any way. And it really felt like they had no idea what the app was.
But they understand, they're being lobbied, right? And they have professionals who are contacting them and saying, this is what's happening. I know that Mark Zuckerberg is the one mainly lobbying against TikTok and wants them gone. And I get that and I understand why. But don't you also understand that he would probably be the guy who understands the most about the code and everything else that it does to other people's phones? Which I agree. Why wouldn't they put that out there? Why don't they just tell people in a video, explain it like I'm 5. How is this app dangerous? Right? And if you explain to someone like they're 5, well, it's simple. When you download the app, you agree to a terms of service. That terms of service is so deep that you will never understand what's going on. And that app is spying on you, everything you do and say near or on your phone, not just when you're on TikTok. And that data can be weaponized against you from China. And that's it. It's subverting your culture. It's actually it's an algorithm meant to disrupt the entire society. And if you don't believe that social media is capable of doing that, you've been sleeping, because it absolutely is. And that's basically it. And so it's how you understand it. And I agree. The lawmakers should have at least gotten briefs from professionals about, okay, I'm looking at the code here and the code says this. Is that true? You're right. It would have been more powerful. But a lot of them are just up there for the freaking soundbite. They're up there just to be okay, they want to get their thing out and so they want to put it on social media and say, look, I tried. That's it.
I'm not saying that to be mean or rude or whatever. I'm saying this because I want to know what you guys thought about that. I'm not asking for political debates in the comments. Please don't go about that. We're not here to have huge political debates about this or that. I'm just more was it not curious and interesting to anybody else that the way they spoke to the CEO seemed catty and rude? It was
Have you ever seen anything from Congress ever to anybody? That's literally how it goes. They are allowed to speak, and they ask yes or no questions if the person, they only have a certain amount of time to talk, right? And if the person wants to go off on a tangent, because they're trained by their lawyers to be like, okay, when you answer the question, take as long as possible, because they only get like 2 minutes or something. So whenever someone says something, have you ever seen a congressional hearing or whatever, and that person goes off, and that other person, and the congressman or congresswoman is like, I want my time back. It's because they are asking, because they are saying some time got stolen from them and they wanted to take it back. So that's why it's such a structured thing so it can get done. And so that's why they do this. But it's also because they are also virtue signaling as well, because politicians, that's what they do, everybody. Everybody, right, left, center, everybody. Politicians are self-serving, and it always has been that way.
Didn't seem professional. It didn't seem like, and maybe I just don't know anything about politics. Maybe like that's just like how they are. But like it felt like really catty and snarky. They would ask him questions and he would try to politely answer, and they would cut him off and wouldn't let him answer any questions. They would ask him a question and be like, is this happening? And he would start to answer and they'd be like, ah, and just like talk over him. And it seemed,
well, they purposely form the questions to give the yes or no answer. Does the app connect to Wi-Fi, which is a stupid question, but I understand why they were asking it. All you have to do is say yes. If you need it to, if you want to go online, if you're at home, you don't want to use data, of course it connects to Wi-Fi, right? They ask yes or no questions because they're trying to trap him. And I get that. It's just the way that politics works, right? They're trying to dumb it down because most people are dumb, right? People are watching that aren't going to understand all the technical mumbo jumbo. Neither will the damn Congress people. And if you think about it, Congress people are supposed to be representing the regular average American Joe. And so that's why they're trying to get answers out of this person so the regular average American Joe can understand the question or the answer. That's how I see it. Also, because they're virtue signaling assholes.
like so rude. And I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't watch the full like 5 hours or whatever it was, but I saw a lot of clips and chunks and whatever. It just seems like that they literally don't know anything about the app they are trying to ban. The questions they were asking were wild. It seemed like they just think TikTok is an app where children dance on it sometimes. They didn't understand. Daisy always loves to enter the video. It was just weird. It was like they're like, do you track people's faces? And he was like, no, but
yes.
But like, yes, sometimes we have to figure out what your eyeball.
The answer was yes to that.
Sorry, so we can put like, their little cartoon glasses on them and whatever. And the guy's like, why do you need to look at people's dilated pupils? And it was just like, they were asking the weirdest questions. I don't want to go into...
When they're asking that type of question, though, you have to ask yourself, why are they asking a weird question about dilated pupils? Right? When you log into your phone, like my phone, it uses LiDAR to measure your face and everything else. It's not just what you look like. It's measuring like indents and shit. LiDAR is a laser that goes out and can measure distances, right? That's how it works, lasers. And so that's how phones work with your face. So it's not just looking at you. So that's why your twin, unless you have an absolute identical twin in every single way, can't open your phone, okay? It's looking at your retina and everything. It's looking at every little detail. That's why it's so freaking accurate, okay? That data, that's, if you're gonna open your thing TikTok with your face, that's collecting your facial data. That is an important piece of information you probably don't want a Chinese subversive government who hates you to have. It's really important. If you're looking at a video and your pupils are dilating because you're interested in it or something like that, it's collecting that data, everybody. It really is. And I can't believe people don't think that that's what's happening because they don't want you to understand it anyway, right? Because what's the importance of your pupils dilating for some reason? I don't know. It could be for anything. Anything. They could be using it to see what you're liking, and then feeding that more into people who are doing that so they can, again, the whole point of social media at this point, especially subversive social media, is to dull the public and make them, it's basically to put people to sleep and keeping them locked into their little triangle without going out into the world. That's really what it's for. And it's to make money too, obviously, but that's it. I mean, subversively, it's a psyop. And I know tinfoil, I get it, but that's how I see it. Why else collect all this crazy data? What else could you use it for? And I think someday we're going to see what they're going to use it for. And it's not going to be good, that's for sure. Nothing China wants to do to the West is good. They don't want anything good for you.
Banned because I really love TikTok.
Because I make money on TikTok, we get it.
I love what it's done for me, what it's done for so many of my friends, family. I love that there's a community on there. There's people who have been able to...
Just stop. I love that I make money on it. I get more famous because of it. We can see through your bullshit and your ugly cat. Just kidding, your cat's awesome. I love cats.
About their dream jobs. So many moms who'd be able to become stay-at-home moms. To work from home.
To exploit their children? Yeah, we got it.
And work as social media influencers through the app and be...
Can we all agree on something together, everybody? Let's join together in hands. Come together. What the world needs less of is social media influencers. Can we all agree on that? Can we just say, yeah, let's do less of those people?
be closer to their kids. Like there's stuff that like I really like about the app. People are able to be creative, make a career for themselves as singers, as dancers, artists.
You know there's other social media platforms, right? Just checking.
Craft makers, cooks, as whatever their passion is, whereas they couldn't break into the industry that they wanted to break into prior. And now they can make a living for themselves, doing it in their own home through an app. And obviously I love social media. Like this is my job. And it's not just TikTok that I love. Like
they always talk like there's not 15 other social media platforms you can use. They're like saying this is it, this is it. Instagram's huge, Twitter's huge, Facebook's still huge, YouTube is massive, YouTube's bigger than all of them. So what do you mean? Like they're saying like this is the end of the world because you can't get out there. There are other platforms. You get that, right? Other ones that aren't owned by China.
I love all social media because it's like what has got me where I am. And so I think it's awesome to have an app that like allows so many people to create like a kind of a dream job for themselves. So there's a lot of things I love about the app. I also do, of course, want what's safe and great for our country.
That's all you had to say. So if you want something that's safe and great for your country, it can't be TikTok. Got it? Okay, good. Glad we agree.
Hoping to watch it and get more answers and be more understand and get more educated on like what's going on and
this cat's like, I hate this person.
Why they want it banned. I really didn't go into it thinking like, well, this is stupid. I went into it going like, oh, I'm going to get answers as to why they want it banned and I'm going to get answers as to what's going on. And it was really weird for me to watch it and go like, do they not know what the app is? Like, it seemed like they did no research on it all. It seemed like they'd never even opened the app before. They don't know what it is or what it does.
Most of them were 188 years old. They're not on TikTok. But their job is to represent the people by asking the questions that they understand. Some of them did ask some questions, of course. Not every question was stupid, but I get that. But again, they are representative of the people, and people in general are dumb.
Not all of them, just some of the questions really seemed like that, and it seemed like they were just angry and bitter and like being rude and kind of mean. It was weird. Was it not weird? I don't know. I just wanted to know if anyone else felt that way or if like I'm totally dumb, but it was just like odd. It felt really weird to watch just all of these people who make our laws for our country and are deciding to ban this app. It seemed like they didn't even know what the app actually is. They just think of it as like an app that spies on us and kids dance on it. And it seemed like that's what they thought the app was. They didn't understand all the benefits and the good things that can come from it as well. And I'm not
there's nothing good that comes from TikTok.
Saying that there's not bad.
Especially those damn dances. Hey, you ever had tried grilled cheese before? Maybe. F off.
Things on the app, there certainly is, and I think it could totally be improved. It just seemed weird. It's kind of consuming my brain a little bit today, so I was like, I feel like I should talk about this because it's consuming my mind. It's very crazy. Okay, anyway, enough about that. Let's go down memory lane. I'm having fun doing memory lane moments with you guys, and I have so many journals and
that's it.
Pictures and whatever, and some of you have said that you've enjoyed it the last couple of nights me doing this, so here we go. I'm going to read to you a thing that shows just how dramatic I was in high school. Not that you would have doubted that. First of all, the inside of this notebook. Did anyone else
That's shitty.
do this in school? Like doodle like that?
You're not good at it though.
In the corners of pages. This is so dramatic. I write, I hate this class with a passion. Senior British Literature. The class of business.
You have a class called Senior British Literature? What kind of school did you go to? I just had English and shit. We're close to the same age, right?
Work and boredom. As I sit here in a daze, counting the holes on the walls across the room, the teacher's mousy voice fades in and out of my head, only catching a...
You're in English class and you're writing a literature book by yourself, not listening?
I would enjoy walking across the quad all the...
I don't want to know.
Me singing I Was a Bird Girl. There's Corey.
Is that her husband?
The Wickersham brother. Here's Corey again.
Nice pants.
Right here. Oh, it's kind of... Here's a very...
Who's Corey?
Emo black and white photo of me and Corey.
That's not emo.
Babies. Chris.
Anyway, that's bullshit. So, thanks a lot for that convo. I thought it was going to be way more in depth than that. That was bullshit. That's what everybody's been saying. That was garbage. Sorry, it was garbage, everybody. My bad. Did a little snark, though, here and there. Talk a little bit more about TikTok, and we're going to keep following that because I hope it gets banned. And I hope people cry. And we hope we get a cake with candles and shit. So everybody take a deep breath. I can't tell you how many people message me and be like, I love the deep breath. Guys, just take another one with me, shall you? Get ready. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It does feel good after that. Take those breaths. So make sure you stay safe. You stay lovely. You stay amazing and brilliant. Don't forget how incredibly valuable you are. Don't fly Flair, American Airlines. Don't watch this bullshit. Get off TikTok ASAP, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow.